The Glass Palace is a 2000 historical novel by Indian writer Amitav Ghosh. The novel is set in Burma, Bengal, India, and Malaya, spans a century from the Third Anglo-Burmese War and the consequent fall of the Konbaung dynasty in Mandalay, through the Second World War to late 20th century. Through the stories of a small number of privileged families, it illuminates the struggles that have shaped Burma, India and Malaya into the places they are today. 1. It explores the various facets of the colonial period, including the economic fall of Burma, the rise of timber and rubber plantations, the moral dilemmas faced by Indians in the British Indian Army, and the devastating effects of World War II. Focusing mainly on the early 20th century, it explores a broad range of issues ranging from the changing economic landscape of Burma and India, to pertinent questions about what constitutes a nation and how these change as society is swept along by the tide of modernity. Summary. Edit. Part 1 Mandalay. Edit. The novel starts with an 11-year-old boy called Rajkumar running through the city of Mandalay to find a woman called Ma Cho. He is the last surviving member of his family and comes to Burma from India with a bright entrepreneurial spirit and a hunger for success. Rajkumar's work as an assistant on Ma Cho's food stall takes place in the shadow of the Glass Palace, in which King Theba and his wife reside with their daughters, the princesses. As the Third Anglo-Burmese War breaks out, everyday citizens of Mandalay are able to enter the enshrined building, and it is then that Rajkumar spots Dolly, one of the princesses' attendants, and instantly falls in love with her. However, the entire royal family and their entourage are quickly extradited by the British and sent into house arrest thousands of miles away on the west coast of India. Part 2 Ratnagiri. Whilst Rajkumar's quickly evolving career begins to take shape with the help of Saya John, a successful teak merchant Ma Cho's sometime lover, we are given a glimpse into the awkward beginnings of a new life for King Theba and his family as they try to settle into the port town of Ratnagiri, north of Goa. Events conspire to weave Outram House, the name of the residence the British provide to house the family and what remains of their assistants more firmly into the life of Ratnagiri than had been expected. King Theba is revered by the local community, and in time the family come to feel secure and even happy in their new surroundings. The arrival of a new collector stirs up feelings of resentment towards the colonial regime, but Uma, the collector's headstrong wife, is able to help bridge the gap by befriending Dolly. Meanwhile, Rajkumar has been enduring the hardships of the teak trade, having witnessed man and beast working together on an epic scale as elephants transport large volumes of wood down from the forests for sale into the British Empire's vastly expanding markets. Being the opportunist that he is, Rajkumar starts to make his own way in world after receiving advice from his new friend and colleague Dose. Borrowing cash from Saya John, he makes the journey to India to recruit poverty-stricken village dwellers into the comparatively lucrative, yet undoubtedly perilous, world of early oil mining in Burma. Having made enough money this way, Rajkumar does what has been his dream for some time, buy a timber yard of his own, with Dose as business partner. Having built a more than modest commercial empire, Rajkumar had one piece of unfinished business, to track down the only girl he'd ever loved, Dolly. Through an Indian connection in Rangoon, Yangon, Rajkumar makes contact with Ratnagiri via Uma, and is accordingly granted an audience with the collector and his wife over a meal that of course stiffly conforms to colonial best practice. To his surprise, Dolly is present, and after some drama, he finally persuades her to leave the family she has been exiled with, and return with him to Burma as his wife. Part 3 The Money Tree. Saya John prides himself on being able to spot the next big commodity, and on their return to Rangoon, he hands Rajkumar and Dolly a small clump of odd elastic material rubber. Part 4 The Wedding. Edit. A joining of multi-ethnic families in Calcutta. Part 5 Morningside. Edit. Life before World War II on a rubber plantation in Malaya, run by Rajkumar with help of Saya John. Part 6 The Front. Edit. The story of the Japanese invasion of Malaya and Burma and the subsequent family losses of lives and properties. Part 7 The Glass Palace. Edit. Post-World War II lives of the scattered families. Characters. Edit. Burmese royal family. Edit. Theba Min, the last king of the Konbaung kingdom of Burma who was exiled to Ratnagiri, India. Supayalot, the last queen of Burma. Tiksu Mayat Phaya Gi. Tiksu Mayat Phaya Lat. Tiksu Mayat Phaya. Tiksu Mayat Phaya Galay. Rajkumar's family. Edit. Rajkumar Raha, the central character, a Bengali orphan who finds himself in Burma. Dolly, signed lady-in-waiting to Queen Supayalot, whom Rajkumar encounters as a child. Neil Raha, Rajkumar and Dolly's elder son, who aspires to take over his father's business. Dinu Raha Rajkumar and Dolly's younger son, an aspiring photographer. Jaya Raha Neil and Manju's daughter. Saya John's family. Edit. Saya John Martins Rajkumar's mentor, an entrepreneur in Burma and Malaya. Matthew Martins Saya John's son. Elsa Hoffman Matthew's American wife. Allison Martins Matthew and Elsa's daughter. Timmy Martins Matthew and Elsa's son. Umadi's family. Edit. Beni Prasad Day District Collector at Ratnagiri. Uma Day Collector Day's wife. Manju Roy Uma's niece. Arjun Roy Uma's nephew, Manju's twin. Bella Roy Uma's younger niece. The Glass Palace is a historical novel written by Amitav Ghosh. It was published in 2000 and spans several generations and countries, primarily focusing on the British colonization of Burma, now Myanmar, and its impact on the lives of various characters. The story begins in the 19th century during the British invasion of Burma and follows the lives of several characters, including Rajkumar, an Indian orphan who rises to become a successful businessman, Dolly, a young Burmese girl who becomes Rajkumar's love interest, and Arjun, a soldier in the British Indian Army. As the narrative unfolds, it explores themes such as imperialism, cultural identity, and the interconnections between individuals and nations. The Glass Palace has received critical acclaim for its rich storytelling, vivid descriptions, and exploration of historical events from multiple perspectives. It offers insights into the complexities of colonialism and its lasting effects on societies and individuals. Here's a brief beginning to end synopsis of The Glass Palace. Beginning. The novel begins with the British invasion of Burma in the late 19th century. Rajkumar, an Indian boy of Kaur origins, is orphaned during the invasion. He escapes to Mandalay, where he meets Dolly, a young Burmese girl, and her family. Rajkumar becomes infatuated with Dolly and develops a deep connection with her. Middle. Rajkumar rises to prominence as a successful businessman, establishing himself in the teak trade. He continues to maintain his ties with Dolly and her family, but their lives are disrupted by political upheavals and the changing landscape of colonial Burma. Meanwhile, Arjun, a soldier in the British Indian Army, is introduced. His story intersects with Rajkumar's as their paths cross in the tumultuous events of the time. End. As the years pass, the characters navigate through the challenges brought about by British colonialism, World War I, and the struggle for independence. Rajkumar's fortunes rise and fall, while Dolly remains a constant presence in his life, albeit from a distance. The novel culminates in the dissolution of the British Empire and the emergence of new nations, but not without leaving lasting scars on the lives of the characters and the landscape of Burma. Throughout the novel, Amitav Ghosh weaves together a tapestry of historical events and personal narratives, exploring themes of love, loss, identity, and the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity. The Glass Palace offers a poignant reflection on the complexities of colonialism and its profound impact on individuals and societies. The Glass Palace stands as a captivating example of historical fiction, intertwining fictional characters and events with real historical contexts to offer a rich and immersive portrayal of a significant period in Southeast Asian history. Here's how it embodies the genre. Authentic historical setting. Amitav Ghosh meticulously recreates the late 19th and early 20th centuries, capturing the atmosphere, culture, and socio-political dynamics of colonial Burma and neighboring regions. From the British invasion of Burma to the emergence of nationalist movements, the novel provides readers with a vivid sense of the historical backdrop against which the characters' lives unfold. Interweaving of historical events. The narrative seamlessly integrates major historical events, such as the British colonization of Burma, the impact of the Opium Wars, and the rise of nationalist movements in the region. These events serve as the backdrop against which the characters' personal stories evolve, adding depth and authenticity to the overall narrative. Inclusion of historical figures. While primarily focusing on fictional characters, The Glass Palace also incorporates interactions with historical figures, such as King Thibaw of Burma and various British colonial administrators and military figures. These interactions lend a sense of realism to the story and highlight the interplay between fictional and real-life elements. Exploration of historical themes. Through the experiences of its characters, the novel delves into a range of historical themes, including imperialism, colonialism, nationalism, and cultural identity. It examines the complexities of power dynamics between colonizers and colonized, the impact of colonial rule on indigenous populations, and the struggle for self-determination in the face of foreign domination. Reflection on historical consequences. The Glass Palace offers insights into the enduring consequences of historical events, both on a macroscopic and personal level. It portrays how the actions of colonial powers reverberate through generations, shaping the destinies of individuals and nations long after the events themselves have passed. In essence, The Glass Palace exemplifies the essence of historical fiction by skillfully blending fact and imagination to create a compelling narrative that not only entertains but also educates and illuminates the complexities of the past. Through its vivid portrayal of characters and events, the novel invites readers to engage with history on a deeply personal and emotional level, fostering a deeper understanding of the human experience in the context of historical change. The Glass Palace explores several themes that resonate throughout the novel. Here are some key themes along with examples from the story. Imperialism and colonialism. Example: the British invasion of Burma and subsequent colonization serves as a central backdrop to the story. The exploitation of Burma's resources, the imposition of British rule, and the subjugation of the Burmese people are all depicted, highlighting the impact of imperialism on both individual lives and entire societies. Cultural identity and hybridity. Example: the characters in The Glass Palace grapple with questions of identity and belonging in a rapidly changing world. Rajkumar, for instance, straddles multiple cultural worlds as an Indian living in Burma, while Dolly navigates the complexities of her Burmese heritage amid British colonial dominance. These characters' experiences reflect the hybridity and fluidity of cultural identities in colonial settings. Love and loss. Example: the romantic relationship between Rajkumar and Dolly serves as a poignant thread throughout the novel. Their love endures despite the challenges posed by social barriers, political upheavals, and geographical distances. Their story explores the resilience of love in the face of adversity and the enduring impact of relationships on individuals' lives. Power and resistance. Example: various characters in the novel engage in acts of resistance against colonial oppression. Whether it's through subtle defiance, political activism, or military rebellion, individuals seek to assert their agency and challenge the power dynamics of the colonial system. This theme underscores the struggle for autonomy and dignity in the face of external domination. Legacy and memory. Example: the novel examines the lasting legacies of historical events on subsequent generations. Characters grapple with the memories of past traumas, familial ties, and cultural inheritances, reflecting on how the past continues to shape their present realities. The Glass Palace itself becomes a symbol of memory and nostalgia, embodying the remnants of a bygone era. Ambition and success. Example: Rajkumar's journey from poverty to wealth symbolizes the pursuit of ambition and success in the face of adversity. His entrepreneurial spirit and determination drive him to build a thriving business empire, demonstrating the transformative power of ambition amidst challenging circumstances. Humanity and empathy. Example: despite the divisions of race, class, and nationality, characters in The Glass Palace often display acts of humanity and empathy towards one another. Whether it's the kindness shown by strangers in times of need or the bonds formed across cultural divides, the novel celebrates the universal values of compassion and understanding that transcend social barriers. These themes interweave throughout the narrative, offering readers a nuanced exploration of the human experience within the historical context of colonial Burma and beyond. Here are a few additional themes explored in The Glass Palace, along with examples from the novel. Globalization and modernization. Example: the novel depicts the forces of globalization and modernization reshaping societies in Southeast Asia during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The emergence of new technologies, trade networks, and cultural exchanges between East and West leads to both opportunities and challenges for the characters as they navigate changing economic and social landscapes. Family and community. Example: throughout the story, familial bonds and community connections play a significant role in shaping the characters' identities and experiences. Whether it's the sense of belonging within Dolly's family or the camaraderie among fellow soldiers in the army, the novel underscores the importance of interpersonal relationships in providing support and sustenance amidst adversity. Class and social inequality. Example: The Glass Palace portrays the stratification of society along lines of class and wealth, with characters from different social backgrounds facing distinct challenges and opportunities. Rajkumar's rise from poverty to prosperity highlights the fluidity of social mobility, while disparities in privilege and power underscore the entrenched inequalities of colonial society. Nature and environment. Example: The teak forests of Burma serve as a backdrop to the novel, symbolizing both the natural beauty of the region and the exploitation of its resources by colonial powers. The destruction of forests for timber extraction and the ecological impact of colonial policies are themes that run throughout the story, prompting reflections on humanity's relationship with the environment. War and conflict. Example: the novel explores the impact of war and conflict on individuals and communities, particularly during periods of political upheaval and colonial expansion. From the chaos of battlefields to the personal toll of loss and displacement, characters grapple with the realities of violence and the search for peace amid turbulent times. Religion and spirituality. Example: various religious beliefs and practices are depicted in the novel, reflecting the diverse cultural and spiritual landscape of colonial Burma. Whether it's the Buddhist traditions of Dali's family or the Hindu rituals observed by Rajkumar, religion serves as a source of solace, guidance, and cultural identity for the characters amidst the challenges of colonial rule. These themes, along with others, contribute to the multi-layered narrative of The Glass Palace, offering readers a thought-provoking exploration of history, society, and the human condition. Here are sketches of some key characters from The Glass Palace, along with examples of their roles and actions in the novel. Rajkumar. Description: an Indian orphan who rises to prominence as a successful businessman in colonial Burma. Example: Rajkumar's journey from poverty to wealth highlights his resilience, ambition, and entrepreneurial spirit. His interactions with various characters, such as Dali and Saya John, demonstrate his adaptability and strategic acumen in navigating the complexities of colonial society. Dali. Description: a young Burmese girl with whom Rajkumar develops a deep connection. Example: Dali's character embodies resilience and grace in the face of adversity. Her loyalty to her family and her love for Rajkumar are central to the narrative, serving as a source of strength and motivation throughout the novel. Her struggles with identity and belonging reflect the broader themes of cultural hybridity and colonialism. Saya John. Description: a Burmese tutor and mentor to Rajkumar, later becoming a key figure in the nationalist movement. Example: Saya John's role in the novel evolves from that of a teacher and guide to a symbol of resistance against colonial oppression. His influence on Rajkumar's worldview and his involvement in anti-colonial activities underscore the themes of power, resistance, and the quest for self-determination in colonial Burma. Arjun. Description: a soldier in the British Indian Army whose path crosses with Rajkumar's during significant historical events. Example: Arjun's character embodies the complexities of loyalty and duty in the context of colonial rule. His experiences as a soldier, particularly during World War I, force him to confront the moral ambiguities of imperialism and the contradictions of serving a colonial power while belonging to a colonized nation. Queen Supayalot. Description: the queen consort of King Thiba of Burma, later becoming a symbol of resistance against British rule. Example: Queen Supayalot's defiance of British authority and her efforts to preserve Burmese sovereignty are central to the novel's portrayal of colonial resistance. Her interactions with Rajkumar and other characters highlight the complexities of political power and the role of women in shaping historical events. Macho. Description: Dali's mother, a resilient matriarch who navigates the challenges of colonialism with strength and determination. Example: Macho's character embodies maternal love, wisdom, and fortitude in the face of adversity. Her support for Dali and her family, as well as her resilience in times of crisis, make her a central figure in the novel's exploration of family, community, and the enduring human spirit. These character sketches provide a glimpse into the diverse cast of The Glass Palace and their roles in shaping the narrative's themes and conflicts. Through their interactions and experiences, the characters offer readers a rich tapestry of perspectives on the complexities of colonial Burma and the human condition. Let's critically examine The Glass Palace by Amitav Ghosh. 1. Rich historical detail. Ghosh meticulously researches and portrays the historical setting of colonial Burma, providing readers with a vivid sense of time and place. The depth of historical detail adds authenticity to the narrative and enhances the reader's immersion in the story. 2. Multifaceted characters. The novel features a diverse cast of characters, each with their own complexities, motivations, and conflicts. However, some critics argue that certain characters, particularly the secondary ones, may lack depth or development, overshadowed by the central figures like Rajkumar and Dali. 3. Exploration of colonialism and its effects. Ghosh adeptly examines the impact of British colonialism on Burmese society, culture, and individuals. He delves into the power dynamics between colonizers and the colonized, as well as the resistance movements that emerged in response to colonial oppression. However, some critics note that the novel may oversimplify or romanticize certain aspects of colonial history, overlooking the nuances and complexities of the period. 4. Themes of identity and belonging. The Glass Palace explores themes of cultural identity, hybridity, and belonging, particularly through characters like Rajkumar and Dali who straddle multiple cultural worlds. However, some critics argue that the treatment of these themes may at times feel superficial or lacking in nuance, failing to fully engage with the complexities of identity formation in a colonial context. 5. Narrative structure and pacing. The novel spans multiple generations and geographical locations, weaving together various storylines and historical events. While some readers appreciate the epic scope and sweeping narrative, others find the pacing uneven or disjointed, with certain sections feeling rushed or overly sprawling. 6. Symbolism and allegory. Ghosh employs symbolism and allegory throughout the novel, with elements like the glass palace serving as potent metaphors for memory, nostalgia, and the transience of power. While some readers appreciate the symbolism as enriching the thematic depth of the story, others find it heavy-handed or distracting. 7. Gender dynamics and representation. Critics have noted both praise and criticism regarding the portrayal of gender dynamics in the novel. While characters like Dali and Ma Cho exhibit strength and agency, others may conform to traditional gender roles or be sidelined in the narrative. Some readers appreciate the nuanced exploration of gender, while others find it lacking in feminist perspective. Overall, The Glass Palace is a complex and ambitious work of historical fiction that offers readers a compelling glimpse into the colonial past of Burma. While it has received acclaim for its rich historical detail, multifaceted characters, and thematic depth, it also faces criticism for certain aspects of characterization, narrative structure, and historical interpretation. Ultimately, the novel's strengths lie in its ability to provoke thought, spark discussion, and illuminate the complexities of colonialism and its enduring legacies. Let's delve into the various narrative elements of The Glass Palace by Amitav Ghosh. Narrative technique. Ghosh employs a multi-perspective narrative technique, shifting between different characters' viewpoints to provide a multifaceted exploration of colonial Burma. This allows readers to gain insights into various experiences and perspectives, enriching the overall narrative. Plot. The plot of The Glass Palace spans several generations and geographical locations, tracing the lives of characters like Rajkumar, Dali, and Arjun against the backdrop of historical events such as the British invasion of Burma, World War I, and the struggle for independence. The plot is characterized by its epic scope and sweeping narrative, incorporating elements of romance, adventure, and political intrigue. Style. Ghosh's prose style in The Glass Palace is characterized by its lyrical beauty, vivid descriptions, and rich historical detail. He employs lush imagery and evocative language to immerse readers in the sights, sounds, and textures of colonial Burma, creating a sense of immediacy and authenticity. Genre. The Glass Palace is primarily classified as historical fiction, as it combines fictional characters and events with real historical contexts to explore themes related to colonialism, identity, and power. However, it also incorporates elements of romance, adventure, and political drama, blurring the boundaries between genres. Setting. The novel is primarily set in colonial Burma during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a period marked by British imperialism, political upheaval, and cultural transformation. Ghosh vividly depicts the teak forests, bustling cities, and opulent palaces of Burma, as well as the broader geopolitical context of British colonial expansion in Southeast Asia. Dialogue. Dialogue plays a crucial role in The Glass Palace, serving as a vehicle for character development, thematic exploration, and narrative advancement. Ghosh skillfully captures the nuances of language and speech patterns, incorporating elements of Burmese, Indian, and British English to reflect the diverse cultural milieu of colonial Burma. Structure. The novel is structured in a nonlinear fashion, with chapters alternating between different time periods and perspectives. This fragmented structure allows Ghosh to explore connections between past and present, individual lives and historical events, creating a tapestry of interconnected narratives that gradually converge towards the novel's climax. Overall, The Glass Palace showcases Ghosh's mastery of narrative technique, plot construction, and stylistic flair, offering readers a compelling and immersive journey through the complexities of colonial Burma and the human experience. Amitav Ghosh is an acclaimed Indian author known for his literary works that often explore themes of history, culture, and globalization, particularly in the context of South Asia and its interactions with the wider world. Born on July 11, 1956, in Calcutta, India, Ghosh has lived in various countries, including the United States, United Kingdom, and India, which has informed his diverse perspectives and narratives. Contributions. Literary exploration of history. Ghosh's most significant contribution lies in his literary exploration of historical events and their impact on individuals and societies. Through meticulous research and vivid storytelling, he brings to life lesser-known episodes of history, shedding light on marginalized voices and forgotten stories. Interconnected narratives. Ghosh's novels often feature complex, interconnected narratives that span multiple generations, geographical locations, and cultural contexts. He weaves together diverse characters and storylines, exploring the intersections of personal and political history. Environmental concerns. In addition to historical themes, Ghosh frequently addresses contemporary issues, including environmental degradation and climate change. His works highlight the interconnectedness of human and natural systems, urging readers to consider the ecological consequences of human actions. Features of Ghosh's writing. Rich historical detail. Ghosh's writing is characterized by its rich historical detail and meticulous research. He immerses readers in the sights, sounds, and textures of the past, creating a vivid sense of time and place. Multifaceted characters. Ghosh creates complex, multifaceted characters that reflect the diversity of human experience. His characters grapple with personal dilemmas, cultural identity, and moral choices, adding depth and nuance to his narratives. Lyrical prose. Ghosh's prose is often praised for its lyrical beauty and evocative language. He employs lush imagery, metaphor, and symbolism to convey emotions and ideas, enhancing the sensory experience of his narratives. Global perspective. Ghosh's works embody a global perspective, reflecting his experiences living in different parts of the world. His novels explore themes of migration, diaspora, and cultural exchange, highlighting the interconnectedness of cultures and societies. Interdisciplinary approach. Ghosh's writing draws from a wide range of disciplines, including history, anthropology, and literature. He incorporates elements of multiple genres, such as historical fiction, adventure, and social commentary, blurring the boundaries between literary traditions. Overall, Amitav Ghosh's contributions to literature extend beyond storytelling. His works provoke thought, stimulate discussion, and offer insights into the complexities of human existence and the world in which we live. Amitav Ghosh holds significant relevance in contemporary literature due to his unique contributions, lasting legacy, and impactful writing. Let's delve deeper into his significance. Significance. Literary exploration of history. Ghosh's novels have significantly contributed to the literary exploration of history, particularly in the context of South Asia and its interactions with the wider world. His meticulous research and vivid storytelling bring to life lesser-known historical events, shedding light on marginalized voices and forgotten stories. Environmental consciousness. Ghosh's works often address pressing contemporary issues, including environmental degradation and climate change. Through his narratives, he raises awareness about the interconnectedness of human and natural systems, urging readers to consider the ecological consequences of human actions. Interdisciplinary approach. Ghosh's interdisciplinary approach to writing, drawing from history, anthropology, and literature, enriches his narratives with depth and complexity. His works blur the boundaries between literary genres and traditions, offering readers a multifaceted exploration of the human experience. Global perspective. Ghosh's global perspective, shaped by his experiences living in different countries, enriches his narratives with diverse cultural insights. His novels transcend national borders, exploring themes of migration, diaspora, and cultural exchange, highlighting the interconnectedness of cultures and societies. Relevance. Contemporary issues. Ghosh's exploration of contemporary issues such as colonialism, globalization, and environmental sustainability remains highly relevant in today's world. His works prompt readers to reflect on the enduring legacies of history and the urgent challenges facing humanity in the 21st century. Cultural dialogue. Ghosh's writing fosters dialogue and understanding across cultures, offering readers insights into diverse perspectives and experiences. His works bridge the gap between East and West, inviting readers to engage with the complexities of South Asian history and culture. Legacy. Literary influence. Ghosh's literary legacy extends beyond his own works, inspiring a new generation of writers to explore themes of history, culture, and globalization. His influence can be seen in the growing popularity of South Asian literature on the global stage. Environmental advocacy. Ghosh's advocacy for environmental consciousness and sustainability leaves a lasting legacy beyond literature. His works continue to inspire activism and awareness about the urgent need to address climate change and protect the planet. Contribution and impact. Cultural enrichment. Ghosh's contributions to literature have enriched cultural discourse and expanded the literary canon to include diverse voices and perspectives. His works serve as a testament to the power of storytelling to illuminate the human condition and provoke thought. Social engagement. Ghosh's engagement with pressing social and environmental issues demonstrates the potential for literature to inspire social change and promote greater awareness and empathy. His impact extends beyond the literary realm, influencing public discourse and policy debates. In summary, Amitav Ghosh's significance, relevance, legacy, contribution, and impact in literature and beyond are profound, reflecting his commitment to exploring the complexities of history, culture, and the human condition. His works continue to resonate with readers worldwide, inspiring reflection, dialogue, and action. Let's analyze Amitav Ghosh's novel, The Glass Palace, through the lens of post-colonial literary theory, which examines the cultural, social, and political ramifications of colonialism and its aftermath. Post-colonial literary analysis of The Glass Palace. Power dynamics and resistance. Post-colonial theory emphasizes power dynamics between colonizers and the colonized. In The Glass Palace, Ghosh portrays the British invasion of Burma and its impact on the indigenous population. The novel explores various forms of resistance to colonial rule, ranging from subtle acts of defiance to organized resistance movements led by characters like Saya John and Queen Supayalot. Cultural hybridity and identity. Post-colonial theorists like Homi K. Bhabha and Edward Said discuss cultural hybridity and the complexities of identity in colonial contexts. Ghosh's novel reflects these ideas through characters like Rajkumar and Dali, who navigate multiple cultural worlds and grapple with questions of belonging and cultural identity amidst the cultural imperialism of British colonialism. Subaltern voices and marginalization. Post-colonial theory emphasizes the importance of elevating subaltern voices and highlighting marginalized perspectives. The Glass Palace incorporates voices and experiences often marginalized in mainstream historical narratives, such as those of indigenous Burmese characters and Indian immigrants. Ghosh gives agency to these characters, shedding light on their struggles and contributions to history. Historical revisionism and counter-narratives. Post-colonial literature often engages in historical revisionism, challenging dominant colonial narratives and presenting counter-narratives. Ghosh's novel re-examines the history of British colonialism in Burma, offering a nuanced portrayal that interrogates the motives and consequences of imperial expansion. Through his characters' experiences, Ghosh subverts colonial myths and exposes the human costs of empire. Environmental critique and eco-criticism. While not traditionally associated with post-colonial theory, eco-criticism intersects with post-colonialism in Ghosh's exploration of environmental degradation and colonial exploitation of natural resources. The Glass Palace highlights the ecological impact of colonialism, particularly through the destruction of Burma's teak forests. Ghosh's eco-critical lens underscores the interconnectedness of environmental and social justice issues. Language and representation. Post-colonial theorists like Gayatri Chakravorty Spivak examine the role of language and representation in shaping colonial discourse and perpetuating power imbalances. In The Glass Palace, Ghosh navigates linguistic diversity and representation, incorporating various languages and speech patterns to reflect the cultural complexity of colonial Burma and challenge Eurocentric perspectives. By analyzing The Glass Palace through a post-colonial lens, readers gain a deeper understanding of the novel's themes, characters, and historical context. Ghosh's engagement with post-colonial theory enriches the narrative, providing insights into the enduring legacy of colonialism and the complexities of identity, power, and resistance in a post-colonial world. The Glass Palace, by Amitav Ghosh matters for several reasons, extending beyond its merits as a work of literature. Here's why. Historical insight. the novel provides readers with a deeper understanding of the historical context of British colonialism in Burma and its lasting impact on the region. By exploring lesser-known historical events and perspectives, Ghosh sheds light on the complexities of colonial history and its ramifications for contemporary society. Cultural exploration. Through its diverse cast of characters and richly detailed settings, The Glass Palace offers a nuanced exploration of cultural identity, hybridity, and belonging. Ghosh's portrayal of characters straddling multiple cultural worlds resonates with readers grappling with questions of identity in an increasingly globalized world. Social relevance. The themes addressed in the novel, such as power dynamics, resistance, and environmental degradation, remain highly relevant in today's world. The Glass Palace prompts readers to reflect on issues of social justice, human rights, and the legacies of colonialism, encouraging dialogue and critical engagement with contemporary challenges. Environmental awareness. Ghosh's depiction of the ecological impact of colonialism underscores the urgent need for environmental consciousness and sustainability. The novel serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of human and natural systems, advocating for greater awareness and action to address environmental degradation and climate change. Literary excellence. Beyond its thematic significance, The Glass Palace is celebrated for its literary excellence, including Ghosh's lyrical prose, vivid imagery, and compelling storytelling. As a work of art, the novel captivates readers with its evocative language and complex characters, leaving a lasting impression on those who encounter it. Overall, The Glass Palace matters because it offers readers a compelling exploration of history, culture, and society, while also prompting reflection on pressing contemporary issues. Through its engaging narrative and thought-provoking themes, the novel inspires empathy, understanding, and a deeper appreciation for the complexities of the human experience.